I do a very specific warm-up routine because it'll translate really well to like mobility, flexibility. Something as simple as this can make a huge difference when we're doing it every single warm-up to the exercise. So, you know, over time, you'll start to naturally open up more. And like, I've had people ask me like, well, hey, why do we do it this way instead of this way? Why do we do this? And it's like, I can tell you why we do everything, because it's all connected and everything serves a purpose. So when we do something as simple as like these windmills, we're literally opening up our shoulders, chest, and it'll translate to handstands later on, like any of the pressing and pushing movements. And this is the stuff that it's like, if we don't do it, because like with where you're at, you could just jump straight in, probably just start hitting stuff and feel okay at your age and just where you're at. But it's like, man, when you get to be 35, 40, older, it catches up so quick. The biggest mistake people make with pike push-ups when first starting, first of all, it's an awkward movement. So, you know, if you want to make it harder, you'll come here. If you want to make it easier, you'll come out here. Wherever you go, the biggest key is you need to push through the ground and not be here, okay? Most people make the mistake of like doing this. You want to put your head in between your arms so your ears are into your shoulders and really push through the ground. Push those hips up, you know, so they're up in the air, they're piked. And then when you come down, it's down and forward, okay? And then it's pushing up and back, all through the shoulders. Elbows should be tucked, not out. So elbows tucked in, that's another big one. And there shouldn't be any like rocking, okay? It's all from, it's your strength, it's your pushing strength. So yeah, you're doing a great job. All of this stays stable. All of this only moves with your body. So it's all one unit. And you should actually feel that like here in your traps, even a little bit in like your posterior. So if you want to make it easier or harder, what you can do to start, you'll start, like I said, you'll start relatively here, okay? As you go, you'll bring your feet closer. Instantly a lot harder. If that gets easy, put your feet up on an elevated surface, okay? Higher pike, harder. The main key is when you go down and you touch your face or you get low, when you push back up, to go back into that starting position where your head is actually tucked through here. And then, so it's like an alternating back and forth. There you go. Beautiful. Dude, that's perfect. Do a couple more of those. Yeah, that's perfect. So by rep 8, 10, 12, those should get pretty hard. If not, pull those feet closer to your hands. There's a little bit of flexibility there. Hamstrings, even shoulder range of motion, which yours looks great. The ground compression leg lifts. Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah, but so put your hands out further. Dude, like this is the craziest part. A centimeter makes a difference. An inch makes a huge difference. So yes, so find a spot in between there that you can actually do the sets and reps listed, but understand like that's how you push yourself. The other thing you can do, and they're not listed in there, but I can add them in, is like you can do single leg. And then if you think about like an object, think about going up and over. And then same thing you could do like, and if you don't drop, that gets a lot harder, even though my hands are all the way back here.
Yeah.
Practice that. Okay. Lateral movement. That's working your hip flexors. That's going to strengthen them. And that'll get you to your L sit eventually. Okay, so you just tried, couldn't do it. What I want you to try now, same thing. When you go to try, put your hands by your hips, okay? Pick up here. From here, you feel it in your core already? Okay, come back down for a sec. Watch me take like 10, 20 seconds so you're like fully kind of fresh. You're gonna push. When you're here and you're compressed, sink your hips back.
Oh shit, okay.
And then you should notice they want to come off the ground.
Yeah.
They may not because we need to work on it still. I mean, this is a hard movement.
It is hard.
Yeah, but the technique for this, the little hack we can do here, compress, pull. And you should notice they'll want to naturally pick up. You're gonna feel a lot of it, I'm telling you right now, in your core, like almost your back.
I've got so much chug too. It's like,
You're good. No. So let's try it. Yep, up. It's tough, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Really stay tight. Yep. So even practicing that can make a big difference. Okay. So the other thing, so take a sec. This time, keep both legs tucked. And then pick up and just hold as long as you can. Squeeze here, keep this tight the whole time, and just focus on squeezing from your core, working your core.
I can feel like cramping right here.
It's tightness in its hip flexor strength. So here, you need to stretch. Also, the ground compression lifts and hanging leg raises, or on the dip bar pad, leg raises on that, because that's what's gonna work your hip flexor. You have to strengthen those for the movement. So try the tuck, same position, keep both legs tucked, push into that thing and get your butt up and hold and squeeze your core as long as you can. We're gonna see how long we can do. Like that. Yep. There you go. And breathe. Good. That's perfect. Yeah. So, yeah. That's really good. So, if the best thing to do is to work on a little bit of the progressional work, get to a point where single leg becomes kind of comfortable, without so much cramping and like just tightness is what it is. Having a really good pair of elevated bars will help a ton to actually get used to the movement. But it's repetition. It's literally practice. You could do that every day. You're gonna feel it, but that's okay. Like, that's how you'll get better, The other thing is, let me show you real quick. So your first progressional step to aim for is to go from here, kind of hunched, to release back a little bit. Yep. And what you'll notice is there's more pressure here, a little bit less here in a good way. And it's comfortability in the movement is all it is. When you first start, you're just working, trying to hold, and that's great. Over time, the first progression is to go from here kind of to really opening up. If you'll notice too, like it's body positioning, so you got to get comfortable going, like dropping a little bit while still having control. And like, dude, that catches up to me, like still. I already feel like so